It's 9:47 p.m. Your body is on the couch. Your kid is showing you a drawing. Your partner is talking about their day. And you are still in a 4 p.m. meeting that ended 5 hours ago. You are nodding. You are saying, nice to the drawing. But your brain is still replaying that one Slack message your boss sent. That one with just 3 words. Can we talk? Sound familiar? Here is the uncomfortable truth. You did not leave work. Work just changed its address. It moved into your head and it's paying no rent. I spent 3 decades in corporate boardrooms, from the shop floor to the CEO's office, building a business from zero to over 600 crores revenue. And here is what I learned the hard way. The managers who burned out were not the ones who worked most hours. They were the ones who never actually left work, even when they went home. Today, I am going to give you a specific practical method I use with senior leaders and startup founders to switch off mentally from work in 30 minutes without dropping a single ball at work. Stay till the end, because I am going to show you why this one method is the entry point to something much bigger. Let's be honest about something first. You have already tried to switch off, right? You have told yourself, okay, from 7 p.m, no more work thoughts. How long did that last? 10 minutes? Maybe less? That's because switching off isn't a willpower problem, it's a systems problem. Here is an analogy I use with every manager I coach. Your brain is like a factory floor. All day machines are running. Decisions, deadlines, emails, people problems. Now imagine at 6 p.m, someone cuts the power. No shutdown sequence, no safety checks, no handover notes for the next shift. What happens on the real factory floor if you do that? Machines overheat, data get lost, something breaks. That's exactly what happens in your mind when you try to just stop thinking about work. You haven't shut the factory down. You have just cut the lights while everything else is still running in the dark. What you need isn't more willpower. You need a proper shutdown sequence. That's what I'm about to give you. Quick context, because it matters. Everything I teach sits inside a framework I call PACT. It stands for Pinpoint, Activate, Convert, and Thrive. In Pinpoint, you find out exactly where and why work is leaking into your personal life. In Activate, you learn how to mentally and emotionally switch off and actually be present with your family. In Convert, those new behaviors stop becoming effort and start becoming your automatic habits. And in Thrive, you build a lifestyle where you are performing at a high level at work and living a genuinely full life at home sustainably without burnout. What I am sharing with you today comes directly from the Activate phase. It's called the 30-minute shutdown, and it's the exact method I teach in the week 3 of my coaching program. Let's break it down. Here is the core idea. When you leave work, you are not carrying just one thing home. You are carrying 3 separate loads: a mental load, a physical load, and an emotional load. Most people try to switch off all 3 at once in a confused 5-minute effort and wonder why it doesn't work. Think of it like decompressing after a deep sea dive. A diver coming up from the real depth doesn't just shoot straight to the surface. They stop at different depths on the way up, releasing pressure in stages. Skip a stage and it damages you. The 30-minute shutdown works the same way. 10 minutes for your body, 10 minutes for your mind, and 10 minutes for your emotions. 3 stages, one at a time. Let's go through each one. Your first 10 minutes are about signaling to your body that the high alert phase is over. Here is the mistake almost every manager makes. You close your laptop mid-thought and walk straight into your dinner or straight into a call with your parents, still wearing the same clothes, sitting in the same chair, in the same room where you were just closing a deal or firing off urgent emails. There is no physical marker that work has ended, so your body doesn't believe it has. Do this instead. Close your laptop fully, physically leave the room or the desk you worked at, even if it's just walking to another corner of the house. Change one thing about your body. Take off your work shoes, splash water on your face, change your shirt. Then sit still for 2 or 3 minutes and take 10 slow breaths, in for 4 counts, hold for 4, and out for 6. This isn't relaxation for the sake of relaxation. This is a physiological signal to your nervous system that the alert phase is ending. Your heart rate actually drops. Cortisol, your stress hormone, starts to taper. You cannot go from 100 km per hour to full stop in 0 seconds. Nobody can. Give your body its 10 minutes. Now your body has stood down, but your mind is still running the same program. This is where most people fail, because they assume the mind will follow the body. It won't, not without help. Here is why your brain keeps replaying your work problems at night. It doesn't trust you to remember them. There is a well-documented psychological effect where unfinished tasks stay louder in your mind than finished once. Your brain treats every open loop like an alarm that refuses to switch off until it is written down somewhere safe. So for these 10 minutes, take a physical notebook, not your phone, and do what I call a brain dump. Write down every unresolved task still sitting in your head, every decision you are worried about, every person you need to follow up with. Then answer 3 questions. What are my top 3 priorities for tomorrow? Is there anything urgent that needs a message sent genuinely tonight? And what's the very first task I do when I sit down tomorrow morning? You are not solving anything now. You are telling your brain, I have got it, it's written down, you can stand down now. I have watched senior leaders negotiating multi-crore deals go from lying awake at 1 a.m. to falling asleep within 20 minutes just from this one habit. Think your mind as a whiteboard that works keep writing on all day. If you never wipe it clean before bed, tomorrow's meeting starts on the top of yesterday's clutter. This 10 minutes is you wiping the board. This is the zone almost nobody addresses, and it's the one that determines whether you are actually present with your family or just physically in the room. You can shut your laptop and empty your head and still walk into the dinner carrying the frustration from a difficult conversation or anxiety from a missed target. That emotional residue is what makes you short-tempered with your kids or distracted with your partner, even when work itself isn't on your mind anymore. Think about actors backstage. A performer doesn't carry state from an intense emotional scene into their personal life, still carrying a character's feelings. There is a deliberate process, a change of clothes, a walk through a specific door that tells their brain that the performance is over, I am myself again. You need your own version of that door. For your last 10 minutes, do one simple thing that shifts your emotional state on purpose. It could be a short walk outside. It could be playing a specific song you play at this moment. It could be saying out loud, work is closed for today. It could be simply sitting for 2 minutes and naming the strongest feeling you are carrying and then choosing to set it down before you walk through the main door. The goal isn't to pretend the feeling doesn't exist. It is to consciously leave it at work instead of unconsciously carrying it home to the people who deserve your full presence. Do this at the same time, the same way every single evening. Within 2 to 3 weeks, this ritual builds an automatic reflex, the way a clock clicks instantly when the right key turns it. Now, let me be very clear about something because I don't want you to misunderstand my message. This is not about doing less work. This is not about being a weaker performer or caring less about your targets, your team, or your career. Every high-performing leader I have worked with in manufacturing, in sales, in the boardroom hits a ceiling the moment their mind never rests. You cannot make sharp decisions on a mind that's been running for 18 hours straight without a single real stop. Rest isn't the opposite of performance. Rest is what performance is built on. The managers who protect their evenings aren't falling behind. They are the ones showing up tomorrow with a clear head, faster decisions, and more patience while everyone else is running on fumes. So, here is your challenge. Tonight, not next week. Tonight, try full 30 minutes. 10 for your body, 10 for your mind, and 10 for your emotions. Here is what I want you to understand though. What I just gave you is one method from 1 week inside a much bigger system. The 30-minute shutdown is week 3 of my full packed program, where we go from pinpoint finding exactly where work is leaking into your life, all the way through to thrive, building a sustainable system where you perform at a high level and genuinely enjoy your evenings, weekends, and energy again in just 90 days. Comment below with the word shutdown and I will send you a simple one-page tracker to run this method for the next 7 days. And if you know a manager who is still checking Slack at 10 p.m., tag them. This might be the video that saves their evening. I see you in the next one. Until then, go run your shutdown and go be present.